Yo, what's going on, ladies and gents? My name is Dylan and welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to share with you guys the time that my professor walked out during our presentation because he was so angry with our group. Back when I lived in Orlando and went to film school at Full Sail. I talked about this in one of my last videos during the group project where we used the famous YouTubers that live next to us, and that's basically where we're starting. So from the beginning of the story, we used famous YouTubers that live next to us for our group project. Essentially, long story short, all we had to do was pick celebrities to be the talent in our film, and we would have to describe how we were actually going to realistically get them. Now, obviously, we didn't have to get them, but if you were going to say you were going to use Brad Pitt as your lead actor, you had to give reasons to why you think that you could possibly get him and the route that you would take to approach getting him. So we decided to use the famous YouTubers next door because obviously we knew we would be able to get them because we were friends with them, and we wanted to surprise everyone and bring them to the class. We figured if we brought our talent to the class, that we would get a much better grade, that it would look really good, and so that's what we did. So at the end of our project, we gave this whole spiel on how we were going to use these YouTubers, what we were going to use them for, and they live in the Orlando area, so it'll be easy to reach them. And then at the end of our project, we decided to bring them in. Now, we brought them in. Our professors, I think there was like 7 or 8 of them, were judging us, and all of them thought it was great except for one. Now, there's this one guy, we called him Hagrid because he looked exactly like Hagrid from Harry Potter. If you've ever seen it, this dude looked identical to Hagrid, a little bit smaller. But he was so mean. I think he wanted to be like a game designer. He was one of the professors there. He was fairly young, in his 30s. But he was so mean. He hated everyone. He wanted everyone to fail. He was just not a very happy person. He wanted to be the strictest possible person that he could be. So he was really upset, and he tried to roast us and tear us apart for getting them, and like, oh, we think this was so cool, we think this was a great idea, but it wasn't, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And there was even one point during the presentation where one of the other professors, our main professor, was like looking at him like, what's wrong with you? And then told him like, well, I think it was a great idea, I think it did well, and you're going to get a good score. So we weren't that upset. Obviously, the main professor was like, you're going to get a good grade, you did well, I'm proud of you. The other guy was like, screw you guys, you suck, no one cares, it's not cool. So we were really upset about it. So one of my buddies in my group was being a smart ass to him, and in our PowerPoint, so go back a little bit, before our final project we had another presentation where we kind of had to lead up to our project, and our group name was autonomous, and I forgot what it was supposed to mean. We had a definition for the word autonomous. I have no idea what it was, but the mean professor in our first little presentation said, that's not what that word means, it means this, you need to change your name, you look dumb. It's literally what he said. So we were like, we looked it up, multiple definitions online say that it can mean this, and this is what we want it to mean, and this is what we want our group name to be, autonomous. So he was like, this is not what it means, you shouldn't have the definition up there if that's not what the definition is, like this blah 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 blah. And we're like, okay, whatever. Originally, we just had the name autonomous up there. One of my buddies, that did not sit well with him, and he wanted to piss this professor off, so during our final presentation, on the first slide of our PowerPoint, he put autonomous, and then he put the definition that we told the professor, just to be a smartass. And when the first slide popped up and it said autonomous in big letters and the definition right under it, the dude freaked out. The professor lost his mind. I don't even want to call him a professor because, like, I feel like he wasn't an actual professor. He was just a smaller he might have been a TA. I don't know what he was doing, but yeah, he freaked out. He started freaking out and he started yelling at us. It was like, this is so disrespectful. I cannot believe you would do this. I told you this wasn't the definition, and then all you did was go and put the definition on there anyways. Blah, 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 blah. Got up and stormed out and just left. And it was hilarious. It was probably the funniest thing I've ever seen. I was so happy. We're up there. I'm holding the microphone because I was doing the talking, and I'm trying so hard not to laugh. We ended up getting a good grade. All the other professors were really happy. The class thought it was cool. It worked out perfectly. But that dude just lost his mind. And for the rest of the next couple of weeks, he just was ignoring us. He was so upset, didn't want to talk to us, thought we were completely disrespectful. It was pretty funny. But anyway, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy this story. If you guys have had a similar experience with a teacher or professor, make sure to leave a comment down below. I want to hear your story. But again, that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to follow me on Twitter or Instagram at DylanFro. Links to all my social media can be found down in the description. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see all you guys in the next video.